both to submit the application and also if you plan to accept the honorarium if you become a member. We'll go over the application, and then we'll point out a couple of tools to support the application process. Then finally, we'll address your questions. The LA County Arts Education Collective is a public-private collective impact initiative dedicated to making arts a core part of every young person's growth and development. Adopted by the LA County Board of Supervisors in 2002, the Department of Arts and Culture coordinates the Arts Ed Collective initiative. The shared vision of the Arts Ed Collective is that every young person in LA County engages in the arts all year, every year, because the arts are fundamental to human growth and development. The Arts Ed Collective is a collective impact initiative. What does that mean? Collective impact brings people together in a structured way to achieve social change and is described by the Collective Impact Forum as a network of community members, organizations, and institutions who advance equity by learning together, aligning, and integrating their actions to achieve population and systems level change. At its essence, the Arts Ed Collective recognizes that ensuring all young people have access to the arts in schools, in libraries, parks, and communities and institutions is a collective effort by people, arts educators, administrators, teaching artist funders, advocates, activists, and other community members, each contributing to the progress, to the advancement of arts education for young people across the county. Strategic directions for the Arts Ed Collective initiative are articulated in the Arts Ed Blueprint, which was adopted by the LA County Board of Supervisors in 2020. The Arts Ed Blueprint offers entry points for collective work that advance the arts as fundamental to child and youth development, while also envisioning a growing network of stakeholders that works together to build capacity within and across the field. And also to advance policy change in ways that benefit all youth in LA County, particularly young people in communities that have been marginalized by intersecting systems of oppression and inequity. The blueprint serves as a guide for the work of the Leadership Circle. Over the past 20 plus years, advancement of the Arts Ed Collective's strategic initiatives have been informed by two advisory bodies: the Funders Council, a group of philanthropic partners dedicated to advancement of arts education and arts-based youth development, and a Leadership Council. The Leadership Circle is a new imagining of the Leadership Council. With the goal of activating diverse cross-sector leadership, in 2023, Arts and Culture, with the support of the Presencing Institute, convened the Leadership Design Working Group to help us reimagine the role and structure of an advisory body for the Arts Ed Collective. In addition to drafting the mission, vision, and values included with the application, the working group offered an initial outline and structure for the Leadership Circle, which is reflected in the application and nomination recommendation process. We're so grateful to the Leadership Design Working Group for the time, expertise, and perspective that they contributed to laying the groundwork for establishing this Leadership Circle. The work group included Shoni Doe, Heather Heslop, Alita Ledesma, Maritza Lopez, Sarah McDaniels, and Kelly Redmond, along with Arts Ed Division staff and support from Kate Johnson, Marie McCormick, and Chris Smith of the Presencing Institute team. That brings us to the call for members of the Arts Ed Collective Leadership Circle. The Department of Arts and Culture seeks members to join a leadership advisory body, the Leadership Circle, to inform the work of the LA County Arts Ed Collective, a county-wide collective impact initiative that helps ensure every young person in LA County grows up with the arts. Applications are due by 5 p.m. on September 18th, 2024 via SM Apply. All the information about the Leadership Circle and the application is available on the Call for Members webpage, and the link is here. Program timeline. Applications are due at 5 p.m. on September 18th, 2024. Please plan to submit early so you have time to troubleshoot any technical issues that might come up. Remember to hit submit. You will get a confirmation that your application has been submitted. If you do not see that confirmation in your inbox or in your junk email, please go back to your application and make sure that you have actually submitted your application. Panel review will take place in October, and notification will be sent via email in November. The exact timing will depend on the number of applications and number of panel dates we need to review those applications. Leadership Circle member activities begin in January 2025 and continue through June 2026. Eligibility. The application requirements are straightforward. You must reside in LA County, and you must demonstrate 2 years of experience engaging with arts education and communities in Los Angeles County. As I mentioned, Leadership Circle's members will serve from January 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. As noted in the call for members, the county has the option to extend the term for a total of 3 years. We recognize the importance of supporting the work of the Arts Ed Collective, not only by convening the Leadership Circle as an advisory body, but also by investing in the leadership and network development of its members, knowing that the impact of that development extends and lasts beyond the Leadership Circle's scope of work. To that end, the Leadership Circle Orientation and Leadership Circle Retreat provide opportunities for members to network and build relationships with each other, set a foundation of communication and learning, and support individual, collaborative, and generative leadership. Through quarterly meetings and community engagements, the Leadership Circle will engage with each other and with the community to collaborate on how to uplift promising practices and address network and community needs. Leadership Circle members will be offered honorarium for participation at a maximum of $4,500 for the initial term of the engagement. To receive the honorarium, members will need to be an LA County vendor and enter into a contract with the Department of Arts and Culture. You can register to become a county vendor online. You do not need to sign up as a vendor prior to being selected as a Leadership Circle member. However, if you have questions about whether you are eligible to be a county vendor, you're encouraged to explore the requirements at the vendor registration website. Also, a sample contract is linked in the call for members for your reference. So now we'll take a look at the application. The application is in 3 parts. Part 1, the applicant information, is brief information about you. We also request demographic information, which of course is optional. If you do share your demographic information, it will not be shared with the review panel. Questionnaire. The questionnaire is the heart of the application. You're encouraged to review the mission, vision, and values for the Leadership Circle as you prepare your responses. Your responses to the questionnaire may be submitted in written, video, or audio format. Part 3 is the community nomination. You will ask someone to contribute a nomination letter on your behalf. You'll send a recommender request from your SM Apply application to the person nominating you. You will be able to see when your recommendation has been added to your application in SM Apply, but you will not be able to review that letter. If you plan to apply, please reach out to your nominator soon so they have plenty of time to compose a wonderful letter about you and to submit it with your application. Looking at part 2, the application questionnaire, full instructions and questions can be found both in the application on SM Apply and in the application instructions. Question 1, please describe what interests you about being part of the LA County Arts Education Leadership Circle. Why are you excited about serving? What experience with and perspective on arts education and/or arts-based youth development will you bring? And what lived and/or work experience do you bring that speaks to underrepresented and underserved youth and communities? Question 2, share an example of how you have served as a leader among your peers, in community, or at your organization. This is where you describe your approach as a leader, how equity, anti-racism, and belonging live in your leadership, and what it means to you to prioritize historically excluded or precluded historically underserved youth through your leadership and work. And question 3, as a Leadership Circle member, how will you engage with fellow members and with the community to carry out the work of the Leadership Circle? Okay. And part 3 is the community nomination. So again, the instructions, full instructions and questions can be found both in SM Apply and the application instructions. Your nominator will be asked to share how they know you and why they've chosen to recommend you to be a Leadership Circle member. How have they experienced your leadership among peers or community? What values and perspectives do they feel you bring to the Leadership Circle? And of course, there's space for them to add anything else they would like to highlight about you and your leadership in their recommendation. Also, I know that there are times when we ask someone for a reference or recommendation and they ask us to draft it for them. We encourage you to reach out to someone who knows you and your leadership work well and with enough enthusiasm that they are able to write it from their heart and their experience. All right, evaluation scoring criteria. Once the application period closes at 5 p.m. on September 18th, applications will be audited for completeness and eligible applications will be reviewed and scored by a peer panel of experienced professionals and community leaders. Panelists will score the applications based on the following criteria. Experience. The applicant brings perspective on arts education and youth development that will contribute to the Leadership Circle. Alignment. The applicant demonstrates leadership values and approaches that center community and reflect commitment to equity, anti-racism, and belonging. And approach. The applicant offers approaches for engaging and collaboration that will contribute to the work of the Leadership Circle. And once again, more detailed information about the panel evaluation and scoring criteria are available in the call for members. I want to take a minute to circle back to a couple of tools that we think can help you with your application. Several times I've referred to the application instructions. These are available on the call for member webpage in a PDF. These instructions include a step-by-step on using SM Apply, which might be helpful if you are new to SM Apply with this application, and also includes the application questions and the instructions. So that we included those particularly because it might be helpful to have that in a PDF rather than needing to access them all in SM Apply. The other document is actually part of the call for members PDF. It's on the call for members webpage under full details. And this optional tool is there for you if it helps you to manage the application. You'll want to make sure that this checklist has all of the elements you feel you need to complete the application, and you are welcome to make additions and changes to it as is helpful to you. At the bottom of that same page, there are a number of links if you would like to explore more about the Arts Ed Collective, the Regional Blueprint for Arts Education, and the Department of Arts and Culture. All the information about the application is available on the Call for Members webpage. And with that, we'll move to questions. Thank you.